Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this started, you guys. Let's see here. What's up, guys? Welcome back here to another update, or a update, I should say. Hope you guys are doing good. Glad to have y'all here for another update this evening. We're doing a YouTube short live stream today. Currently working on some things on my main overlay right now, so we're gonna be live on YouTube Shorts for tonight. So, but anyways, guys, good evening. Good evening. Happy September 4th. Got ourselves a bit of activity popping up in the tropics. You can see we got 4 areas, man. 4 areas. We got one up there in the Southern Gulf. We got one out there in the, just east of the Caribbean. We have another one following right behind that in the MDR, the main development region, and we have another one that popped up here recently, out there just off the coast of the Mid-Atlantic. We're gonna have to watch this one, I think. We'll keep an eye out there for it. We'll be talking all about it here in this live stream. But once again, everybody, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys are having a fantastic evening, a fantastic day. But yeah, we got ourselves quite a bit of things we do need to address here. We're going to go ahead and start off with the severe weather side of things. We got a little marginal risk today. Got a level 1. What's up, Braven? Hope you're doing good. Got a level 1 threat today up there towards Colorado. Portions out there towards like southern Wyoming. Obviously today is mostly over, but we still have that level 1 marginal risk out there. Also Nebraska, portions of southeastern South Dakota, and southwestern Minnesota will be at risk for today. No tornadoes, just a little bit of wind and a little bit of hail. So the wind threat's going to be mostly between like basically just damaging wind gusts capable of producing like 60-mile-per-hour winds, and perhaps maybe some hail ranging between 1 and 2 inches in diameter as well. So should mostly remain under 2 inches. I don't think we'll be getting above 2 inches. Yeah, if you look at the radar right now, we got a couple little storms popping off here. Switching to Nebraska, not a whole lot. North central Nebraska, we got a little bit of storm activity you can actually see here, kicking up to the north. Yeah, nothing severe though. Here, let's make sure those are on. Our warnings are on. Yeah, we got nothing severe going on right now. Thankfully, which obviously I am very much happy of. Here in Florida, it's actually getting a little stormy again here. We got a storm to my east kicking off here. Yeah, we got a lot of storms up in Florida today. A lot of multi-cellular thunderstorm activity still going on today, which is pretty interesting. We've had some pretty strong storms out here today. What's up, Misty? Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic. Glad to have you here. If we take a look up here towards the north, you can actually see there's that low pressure system dipping down here. You can see that that little dip in the jet stream. That's our trough there. We got a little disturbance kind of rolling through the region here. We're gonna take this to the models. We're gonna bring this up on the models here. We're gonna pull up the GFS, the 18 Zulu run, the new run we got here. So we're gonna take that model and we're gonna do upper air. We're gonna look at our jet stream here, kind of pinpoint some things out here for us. Do that. We'll turn on barbs too, and we'll turn this down to 0.25. Yeah, definitely has some pretty strong storms. But anyway, so we do got ourselves this big dip in the jet stream. As we'll go ahead and play this down in motion. You can see, yeah, eventually this thing's going to be dipping its way down into the country. Give it a second. This thing is loading. I might need to refresh this app, actually. It would probably be better. If it'll let me update it. The program's literally just like not having it right now. Okay, well, we'll come back to that here in a little bit. We'll just have to use a different site here. But yeah, so like I was mentioning, we do have ourselves a bit of a dip in the jet stream. A little bit of a troughing activity going on. You can see that, oh, yeah, there you go. You can see that big dip in the jet stream there. That's going to be bringing in a little bit of cooler air. just a little bit of it. Could get pretty chilly at night in some spots here. This is for the morning of Friday. Friday morning, just before like work and school hours here. We could be seeing those temperatures there in the 40s, which is definitely a little chilly. Definitely a little chilly. What's up, Anna? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Faith says, bad news. South Alabama will have some flooding. Good news, temperatures will drop a bit. What's going on in Alabama? We got some, let's see here. We're going to pull up our precip. Do simulated reflectivity. Oh yeah. Looks like there's quite a bit of precipitation out there in some of those regions of the Gulf. We had that little disturbance there in the Western Gulf we were looking at. Seems like there's quite a bit of rain expected out of that. Let's see if this other program will work again. Oh, it's back up. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at that jet stream view again though for you guys, and we'll kind of go over that. I'm also going to overlay the Cape too. We're going to look at severe weather potential over the next couple days. We're going to pull that up here. It's already cold here in Missouri. Gotcha. Yeah, here it hasn't really changed much. It's like 76 out where I'm at here in Central Florida, but it's Florida, of course. Yeah, this software's having a bit of an issue loading. Okay, so we're going to have to just hold off on that for now. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the SPC outlook again. So like I mentioned, we have that little marginal risk here for today. Just a itty bitty little threat, just a little bit of hail, just a little bit of gusty winds possible out here. Tomorrow, got a little marginal up there. Look at that, just that little area right there in New Mexico. A little shot out there for maybe a little bit of storm activity. No tornadoes. Just a little bit of winds and no hail. So literally just a small wind threat there. So tomorrow's really not a big day. Severe weather. What's up, Christy? Good evening. Saying, glad I got this before bed. Glad you did. Glad to have you here. Winnie says, send some rain here to southwest Oklahoma, will ya? I will do my best. That would be pretty cool if I could control the weather, but unfortunately I can't. But I will tell you this. You're in a thunderstorm threat tomorrow. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to 100% get thunderstorms. Just means that, capable of some thunderstorm activity here. You can see as we approach tomorrow, we have a bit of cape. This is instability. You can barely see that, actually. There we go. Yeah, you can see that there's a little bit of instability out here. Could host some thunderstorms tomorrow. So we will look out for that. Let's pull up HRRR here. I kind of want to look at the future reflectivity with you. Kind of show you what we're in store for. So look at that. So by basically, what's today, Wednesday? So this would be basically tomorrow night, pretty much. Tomorrow night. There could be some storm activity out there along like western Oklahoma. The eastern side, not as much. Yeah, look at that low up there, guys. Y'all look at the Gulf here, right there. Watch that. Look what happens. It's literally a strong low. And that's just going to be bringing a bunch of rain for like Louisiana and stuff like that. So that's a strong little low there that we got. NHC doesn't have anything on it right now. They did previously a couple days ago, but they removed it. This is also HRRR, which is not always the best model to use for like tropical weather. But yeah, this will be bringing a lot of rain for you guys down there towards like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. So yeah, prepare for some flooding. Absolutely. Let's see here. What's up, Double Rose? Hope you're doing good. Saying, hey Andrew and everyone else. Where's this at and what's up? So right now we're looking at the models. Just look at the future radar from HRRR, and you can see that there's a little low pressure system that really gets going there and hits Louisiana. Now, Hurricane Center, like we mentioned, we do not have any area here. There's no area that's, highlighted from the Hurricane Center right now. So as of now, we're not expecting development, obviously, but we do have 4 areas we're watching. We have a couple areas we're keeping an eye out there for. Also, this guy up here, Disturbance 1. This one's just east of the Mid-Atlantic there. We'll keep an eye out there for that. We have another one out there in the Caribbean, kind of tracking. It's going to be tracking over the Yucatan and into the Southern Gulf, where it might have a little bit of chance of development, just a 30% chance overall. Got another little guy just northeast of the Windward Islands. The Lesser Antilles, just in general. This one has a low 10% chance of development. And then this guy over here, out there in the MDR, the main development region, west of the Cabo Verde, has a 20% chance of formation. So odds are, not super high right now for any of these guys developing. So I wouldn't count on much activity out of these ones. They each have their own problems, like dry air, a bit of wind shear, stuff like that. It's going to be kind of ruining those potential. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out there in the tropics, though. We'll certainly keep y'all posted and keep you guys updated. But one of the things for the U.S. I want to keep an eye out there for is all that rain that's going to be heading there towards Louisiana. That's kind of one of the things I really want to keep an eye out there for. What's up, Pez? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye on it. Anna says, that reminds me of T.S. Allison. Low went north to near Oklahoma, turned around and respawned in the Gulf. 36 inches of rain overnight. Wow, holy cow. What year is that? Goodness, that is wild. That's pretty crazy. I can't believe the storm in the Western Caribbean hasn't developed with the high OHC. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop over to these models here. We're gonna pull up the GFS here. I was looking at the GFS earlier. The latest model we got from GFS is the 18 Zulu. So that storm that's tracking in the Caribbean is not going to be battling much wind shear, which will be beneficial for the storm itself. I just don't think the storm's going to really wrap itself together. It seems like there might be a little bit of dry air kind of intertwining with that storm. It seems like it really kind of gets a hold of that moisture once it goes over the Yucatan. Could definitely bring a lot of precipitation and stuff like that. But, whenever it comes to it, I think that there's going to be some limitations because, it doesn't have that much time. While the waters definitely are warm out here, that's, like I said, not the only thing that, matters in a tropical system. Yeah, wind shear doesn't seem to be an issue. Like I said, I think it could just be a bit of drier. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it develops. But models really don't pick up on it too much of doing anything. That's really with any of those guys. I mean, look at this. According to, we work our way down in time here. There's actually an area, a little tropical potential generated by a cold front that is actually... expected to kick off here. You can see as we approach here, pretty much here over the next little bit, we're going to be seeing this potentially develop into a strong low. Latest GFS guidance has that thing kind of going near, out there towards like Nova Scotia. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. It seems like it's going to have a lot of its precipitation on the eastern side, a bit of dry air getting on the bottom side of it. So that would be, keeping a lot of that rain to the east. More than likely, it's going to start off, as the storm kind of approaches Nova Scotia, there'll be a lot of rain. And of course, as the central low gets over that area, it would dry up pretty quickly. Let's see here. What's up, weather? Hope you're doing good, man. Allison hit my senior year of high school in 2001. Gotcha. I was -1 years old. Let's see. Can I check the major heat wave in the Louisiana area? Is there a big heat wave going on for you? Let's see. We'll turn on some thermos here. I was gonna say it doesn't look like a major heat wave going on there for you guys. I mean, it looks a little bit warm in some spots. More warmer than normal. But look at this. Since we have that low coming in from the Western Gulf, like I was mentioning, we were just looking at here a minute ago. Which is this guy right here. Since we have this little guy rolling towards Louisiana, it's going to keep the skies relatively cloudy, preventing the surfaces from heating up as much. So therefore, we're going to be experiencing cooler temperatures than normal over the next couple of days out there by Louisiana. You can see, especially in the, this is like 2 p.m. right here, and we're a good, 10 degrees Celsius cooler than normal. Let's grab a little sounding. Yeah, like 70 degrees out there, 2 p.m. That's 71. It's a little little chilly for you. I mean, not super chilly, but you know, a lot cooler than it typically is for this time of the year. Let's see here. Oh, Los Angeles. Okay. See, I was thinking LA is Louisiana. My bad. That's my fault. Yeah, let me take a look at that real quickly. So, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, look at that. So there's a lot of red indicated here, showing that the temperatures are expected to be well above normal overall. So you know, we are watching out for that. It doesn't look like it's going to be going away anytime soon. It looks like we're going to have a lot of above average temperatures here for the next several days. So prepare for that, of course. Let me look at precipitation. I don't think we're expecting any like systems. Yeah, it's gonna be relatively dry too. But when is California not dry? I mean, sometimes, you know, during like the winter time we can get some of those atmospheric rivers and stuff, but that's not a case here right now. It's pretty darn dry. So it's going to be pretty warm and pretty dry for the next several days up here in the region. So keep that in mind, okay? Let's see. When will the next tornado outbreak be? Right now, there's nothing in the works really for a big tornado outbreak, thankfully. We don't want any of that. But let's take a look at our mid-range here. Actually, we'll look at long range. We'll take a look at the long range here for you guys, and we'll pull up the U.S. view. So like we mentioned, if we take a look at the jet stream here, we got this this trough coming down here. You can see that big dip in the jet stream. So that is a low-pressure system rolling in southern Canada here. That's going to detach from the main jet stream. But yeah, you can see there it just kind of, you know, snips off. For the most part. But yeah, so we have ourselves that low. The thing is, though, about this, so while the wind shear would be supported for like severe weather, the instability is not. There's no instability on it. So, you know, just the atmosphere is not going to have the ingredients needed for severe weather or really thunderstorms in general. According to GFS there's like little to no CAPE. I mean, here for Friday, like Friday afternoon, GFS shows maybe a little bit of instability, not a whole lot. Let's see here. Look at our lower level jet there. Yeah, it wouldn't be anything spectacular anyways. It doesn't look like anything big. So we got that low coming in. And, you know, of course, with that trough in the east, we got that ridge coming up in the west here. That is going to allow for just a lot of warm, dry conditions. High pressure systems typically bring more sunny conditions and stuff like that. So we're going to have this big dome of high pressure positioned over the Pacific Southwest, as well as, you know, like the plains here too, over time. And according to, now this is a little ways away out, but you can see that there. This is for September 10th, going in through the 11th and 12th. Look at that. So apparently there's another trough according to the GFS. We'll look at the Euro and see if they agree. But according to GFS, there's a bit of a trough here. Let's look at precip. That could bring some rain. Doesn't look like a lot though. Honestly, doesn't really look like a whole bunch. So yeah, we'll watch it. We'll see. The jet stream shows that trough though coming through. There could be some precip with it. Let's take a look at Euro, ECMWF here. Euro shows, okay, that's a bit different. So while it does show that low pressure system, it actually has it more altered to the north, you guys can see. Going more towards like, you know, the Pacific Northwest. Rather, GFS has it going a little bit more further to the south, just a tad bit. But both models support it, so it's likely going to happen. It's just, you know, we still need to fine tune it, but anyways, but yeah, so that's basically our jet stream pattern over the next while. You know, like I mentioned, right now it's mostly zonal flow. Yeah, pretty much just straightforward jet stream. Little trough out there in the Pacific Northwest. Little trough going on there, a little low. Then of course, you know, we have this big dip in the jet stream. But like I mentioned, this is not likely not going to cause any severe weather. Like I mentioned, because here, let's see, because like I said, there's like no instability available with it. Not to mention our dew points are fairly low. I mean, it's just not really supportive of a big event or anything like that. So that's good. That's really good, actually. Let's look at the temperatures, actually. It's probably going to get a little cold. You're going to notice some fall weather coming down. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Holy cow. So look at the morning here of Sunday, September 8th. According to GFS there, we could get down in the 40s all across the Ohio Valley there. Dropping down to 40s. Really starting to show that feel of fall. Let's see here. Traditional tornado season starts in April, end of July. Second tornado season starts October. Yeah, we got that second season activity typically in the fall as we start to introduce more cold weather. Absolutely. So during the springtime, obviously, due to the previous months of winter, the atmosphere as a whole is really cool. Things have cooled down quite substantially. And as the Earth starts tilting back towards the sun to get more direct sunlight, we start introducing a lot more heat as well as a lot more moisture from the Gulf. And since the previous air in the atmosphere is already cold, that warm air that's kind of creeping on the surface and underneath starts to rise into the cooler environment. Hot air rises, cold air sinks, just basic thermodynamics. And that creates these violent reactions, which in turn sparks thunderstorms. If you have a strong low, you got strong wind shear, can help keeping those storms relatively long-lived and all that stuff. But in the fall, since everything's all warmed up from the summertime, surface and upper atmosphere as well, the introduction of cooler air from the north, from Canada, coming down into the country can sometimes spark off a big thermodynamic gradient, so a big temperature shift in the mid-atmosphere, or just really in the atmosphere in general, which can therefore spark more severe weather. So that's why we typically see severe weather both in spring and in fall overall. Hopefully that made sense. I'm not the best teacher, but hopefully that made some form of sense to you guys, and maybe you can get a little better grasp on it, kind of understand it maybe a little bit more. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. HRRR really doesn't go light on that storm there, man. Look at that, really strong low according to the HRRR. Let's look at like RAP. This is RAP show. Yeah, RAP does not have it nearly as strong. Yeah, HRRR, like I said, not the best model to use for like tropical activity and stuff like that. So, oh boy, don't even get started on NAM's look at for the tropics. But yeah, maybe a few little low vortices there, according to the NAM 3K or the NAM Nest here. So, but anyways, yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, regardless, though, the thing is that you guys are gonna get dumped by some rain, man. A lot of the southeast is just gonna get tons of rain. Mostly out there towards like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. You guys are going to probably see some of the heaviest out there. Just because why not? There could definitely be some high swaths. Now, I know this is the NAM, probably not the best model to look for rainfall totals, but according to the model, there could be some serious impacts with heavy rainfall in some localized spots. NAM here, on the other hand, look at this, showing some areas well over 10 inches of rain out there in Louisiana. That would be pretty bad. Like I mentioned, locally higher amounts possible. Let me have like GFS here. Yeah, look at that. So all the models are picking up easily 6+ inches. So if you're out there by like Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and portions of like Alabama, definitely would watch out for rain on the southern side of the state, because like I mentioned, we're going to be seeing quite a bit of rain out here for the next several days, in which that's going to allow for just ponding of water, rapid accumulation of rainfall, and that is going to allow for flooding. So that is what I'm really kind of concerned about for you guys. So once again, my folks out there in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, just a bit of a heads up for you. We are seeing some flooding We could have some areas, seeing some pretty heavy rainfall totals. ECMWF also agrees there too, showing some localized spots, maybe like well over 6 inches of rain. So we'll see. We'll certainly see how that goes. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop up our dual panel. What's up? Storm coverage, hope you're doing good. I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't think this worked. I think I tried doing this last time and it didn't work very well. Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up our GFS again, because I want to show you guys. Is this program? Yeah, this program's completely broken right now. Oh, there we go. Now it works. Just had to fiddle around with it, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna pull up our jet stream here and turn on our barbs and our fill. That way we can kind of get a grasp later on. So, yeah, we have a trough out there well off in the Pacific right now. And as we work our way down in time, maybe, if we can, well, the models were showing that little dip in the jet stream rolling through. So we'll keep an eye on that trough and see what it does. Obviously, if that trough does impact the west, and depending how far it digs its way inland, in towards central U.S., I mean, we'll have to see what it does. That is, still a little ways away. There we go. Look who's late to the party as always. But anyways, yeah. So we'll certainly keep an eye on it. This program's not really liking me today, so we're gonna hold off from using that one. But yeah, for my folks that's just joining us here, like I mentioned, we do have a big trough coming in through the southwestern U.S. here. So we'll keep on monitoring this, and like I mentioned, depends where the trough ends up going. Some of the models just have it kind of not really grazing much of the plains here and just kind of shooting back up. Now, obviously, this is really far down. I don't like to look very far. It's la land. The further you go out. So at least for now, the main pattern here is that we're getting a big trough here coming up through the Ohio Valley. Over the next couple days, in which that is going to, not really cause a severe weather threat. Like I said, there's not really any instability, according to GFS. I am curious to see though. Let's see here. Let me pull this up over here. I am curious to see though what the Euro has to show on that. So let me pull up ECMWF here. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna take a look at it, because we didn't really grab Euro's perspective here. So yeah, there it is. So both models have that trough, that big dip in the jet stream here. Low pressure system over Michigan. This is here for basically the 6th going into the 7th. So it's gonna start just angling itself downwards towards the Ohio Valley. Now. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to be a member in order to use that. That sucks. Well, never mind. We can't look at it, I guess, because we're not cool enough. Let's see here. Did I hear about the Cat 5? Oh, okay. I did not hear about a Cat 5, but I saw a Cat 5 in China. That's all I heard of. Cat says, will the trough affect Northern California? What's that second one? Like I said, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, like I mentioned, it's still not really too sure what the impacts are going to be from this low. Models are still a little iffy on it. Because look at this, Euro shows it really positioned in the Pacific Northwest, while the GFS, you can see, has it more positioned further south, much more further south. So while they both do support that, like I said, while they both definitely do support that low, it's still a little different from one another, which we'll have to kind of see. But unfortunately, though, the way it looks, it really doesn't, or I should say, it really does seem that we're going to be seeing probably not much precipitation out of it. Like the GFS didn't really pick up on much of anything with that trough coming through. What the heck, GFS? GFS is having a moment. Look at that, going right through. Got a hurricane going through. What is that? The Bay of California, I think it is. And it's going right over the Baja California Peninsula there. That's interesting. Let's see here. But yeah, no, I didn't really hear much about that. Didn't really hear much about that hurricane or that typhoon that you're talking about, Xavier. But anyways, all right, let's do a little tropical lookout. We're gonna switch things to the tropics. We're kind of just looking at the continental U.S. view. It's Capsis, thanks, no problem. Of course, you know I'm here for you. So we're gonna look at the GFS, kind of seeing what we got going on. So like we mentioned before, we got a couple. Oh, hello. We got a couple areas that we're watching right now. If we hop over to NHC here, we got 4 areas of interest right now from the Hurricane Center. We got disturbance 1 located just east of North Carolina there, east of the Carolinas. Non-tropical low, you know, could acquire some subtropical characteristics over the next few days. So it's not going to be a tropical system, but overall formation is a 20% chance. So we'll keep an eye out there for it. But yeah, and like I said, we'll have to watch out. It could impact like Nova Scotia down in time, bring in maybe some heavy rain, but you know, nothing major. They're all milk duds. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. They all kind of have their own little issues here. Like this guy is going to be, you know, running into some drier air. The one that's east of the Antilles here, which is going to kind of kill that storm out. The one over here, it's kind of going to do the same thing in the MDR. Dry air could be an issue for the one in the Caribbean. Wind shear, by the time it tracks further into the Western Caribbean, it seems to be pretty low, which is good for the storm. But seems like there could be, you know, a bit of dry air maybe getting into that storm there. And of course, you know, as we approach our way in towards like the Southern Gulf, that's where it has its possibility of forming into a tropical depression at very most. So, you know, we'll have to see. But yeah, no, they are mostly milk duds, like you said, Christy. Nothing in the E-Pack, nothing in the Central Pack. So Pacific pretty clear right now. At least, like I said, Central and Eastern U.S. waters, I should say. Even though they're not U.S. waters, but, you know, territories that we monitor in the U.S. Eastern Pacific and Central Pacific, really not under anything concerning right now. Let's see. Tiffany says, howdy from Alabama. What's the weather forecast for the South? Sorry if I missed it running in and out. No, you're good. You're good, Tiffany. So, yeah, what you're looking out for, my friend, is a lot of rain. A lot of rain. So there's quite a bit of precipitation heading in towards y'all's area. Let's see here. We got the latest HRRR. We'll do the 0 Zulu here. Latest HRRR really shows a strong low pressure system. Bringing in quite a bit of rain out there for like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama overall. So depends where you're at in Alabama, of course. You know, if you're in northern Alabama, you're not going to feel as much of the effects as you would, say, in like Mobile, in some of those other areas towards like southern and some of central Alabama. You can see that a lot of that precipitation is going to be, you know, going towards those regions there. Yeah, not really affecting much of the north, more of the south side of the state. So it depends on where you're at. But models are not playing around with totals though on that storm. I mean, there's a good shot we could have several inches of rain. Can't even rule out potential of over a foot in some areas. Like NAM here shows a what? What the heck, man? NAM showing 30 inches of rain out there. Now, don't take that seriously. Take it with a grain of salt, but holy cow. That just goes to show you that there's, you know, a really good shot at some heavy rain out here. Let's look at HRRR, the 0 Zulu run. Doesn't really show all of it, though. But, yeah, same thing. I mean, not as much, obviously, but still shows several inches. But there's still more rain to come on that. 18 Zulu GFS. Look at that, really showing heavy rain out there. Well over 6 inches of rain being, possible. So that's really my main concern for the U.S. right now, you guys, is, all of this precipitation. That's mostly my main concern. Euro, the ECMWF, the European model, also agrees on it too. You can see showing a lot of the heaviest rain going to be out there towards like South Mississippi, and portions like South Louisiana, and bits of portions of Alabama too. May I ask what happened with my camera and PC setup? Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I just decided we're gonna do a YouTube short live stream. So I stream both on YouTube Shorts as well as main channel lives. I usually do YouTube Shorts whenever I want to go live pretty quickly. I don't have to go through and make the thumbnail and stuff like that. I do that a lot more for coverages rather than weather updates. More of my weather updates now are shorts based, but yeah, no, we still do others as well. So no problem, man. Heading to Bimini, is that how you say it, Christy? In 13 days, stay clear. What? I've never even heard of that. What is that? Sounds like a tropical island? Maybe? Where is it at? I have no clue. I've never even heard of that place before. But it looks like intensity or activity, I should say, might start picking up in the Atlantic soon. I don't know if y'all see that or not. I know let's get that out of there. I know it's a little bit far in time, but Model's latest GFS shows long track tropical system, maybe. Remember though, that's like 200 hours out, so yeah, don't expect that to happen. At least I want to see a little more information on it. Euro ECMWF here. Let's see here. Let's do our 12 Zulu because that's our long run. Euro. Euro supports it. You can see, but it has it going over the Cabo Verde and kind of shooting up into the central Atlantic, which will get kind of caught up in probably a bunch of dry air. So, Euro also doesn't really have much of any activity happening with any of those cyclones, except this guy, the one that's east of the Carolinas. This was generated from a cold front. This, was kind of kicked up by a cold front here, which kind of sparked a low in which that, like I said, models have that thing kind of going towards Nova Scotia there for the 6th into the 7th through the 8th, and it should be clear by the 8th. Also, that low you can kind of see from the Gulf that we're watching here, kind of tracks into the Atlantic there, according to the model. But yeah, so Nova Scotia, while it's it's still it's a decent low. It's not anything super strong though. It's nothing near hurricane strength or anything like that. So that's certainly really good news. Yeah, and even if it did develop into something, it would be what we call subtropical. It would be subtropical, so it wouldn't be much of an issue. Let's see. Where is the view for Eastern Canada? I know it's around here somewhere. I always have a hard time. Oh, here it is. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so there you go. You can kind of see Euro showing a lot of rain starting here for basically the 6th. You can see up there in the top right, September 6th. Kind of late. More for the 7th and 8th, though. Lower dynamics. Given it's not a super strong low, but given the fact it is a low, could have some coastal impacts regardless. Just classic low pressure activity, like Sable Island out there too. Could see some, some strong winds, of course. Yeah, definitely could see some strong winds, like 30 knots maybe. That's possible, according to Euro. Before it slams into Nova Scotia there. Could cause a bit of waves, a bit of rip current concerns, stuff like that. But, like anything massive, like storm surge or whatever, not really expecting much of that. Here's GFS. Yeah, GFS has it doing the same thing, basically, going right over Nova Scotia. It does have, like I said, Sable Island, though. Maybe picking up 30 knots of winds. Seems like both models agree on that. So that's still subtropical storm force. And like I said, it won't even be a tropical storm if it does turn into something. It's, like I mentioned, subtropical, meaning it's not tropical associated. So rather two different type of systems. They share a similar goal. They're both low pressure systems, but they are worked completely different. But they still have similar impacts in terms of rainfall and also some gusty winds out there. Along like the southern side here of Nova Scotia and Sable Island out there could see some gusty winds along the coast. What's up, Richard? Hope you're doing good, man. Isn't there like one person living on Salem Island? I'm not too sure. I know there's a lot of horses out there. It's been like the big topic every time we cover this area. We always talk about how there's horses up on Sable Island. Yeah, from the story, I think it was a shipwreck. Wrecked on Sable Island, and there was a bunch of horses on it, and they all escaped, and they just kept on reproducing, and they're still there. But I'm not sure about population, Christy. I'm not too sure who lives on there, who doesn't. Honestly, wouldn't really want to be the one to live there, because you guys can get serious winds from nor'easters like during the wintertime. Also post-tropical cyclone activity too. Sometimes you can get them riding up the coast. I've seen, we've had a couple in the past couple of years, impact Nova Scotia and Sable Island, of course, like Newfoundland too. So, yeah, no, there's definitely some impacts on that. But yeah, so CMC, oh, yeah, this one shows a little more aggressive. Look at that, showing some of those winds, maybe 45 knots sustained. Man. Yeah, look at that. So we have about 45 knots in some areas there, some winds according to CMC, kind of more of the aggressive model. So yeah, like I mentioned, we'll just keep a close eye on the coast of Nova Scotia and Sable Island. Just want to make sure you guys are, properly weather aware. Like I mentioned, it's not a tropical system. It's subtropical low. It's not quite the same as a tropical system, although it does share some similar impacts, but not really as much. The storm's much faster moving for one. A lot of the precipitation's mostly focused on the northern part of the storm due to dry air getting into the southern quadrants. But yeah, Nova Scotia could see a good amount of rain out of that, actually. Seems like could douse the area in some heavy rain. So we'll keep a close eye on that one. And of course, Icon. Everybody loves Icon. Icon has it bringing some rain too. Let's pull up lower winds here. Lower winds. Yeah, there you go. Sable Island, about 40 knots. Oh my gosh! No way, dude. Proxy just donated $100 saying, oh my goodness, hold on. I gotta, Proxy, thank you so much, Prox. I really appreciate that. Let's see what Proxy said. Thanks for doing your usual great job, keeping an eye on the weather. You're Andrew, you're the best. Thank you so much, Proxy. That is so sweet of you. Proxy coming in here with $100 super chat, or sorry, $100 Venmo. Proxy, we love you. Thank you so much for that. That is very sweet of you. That is like very, very sweet. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Proxy, that is, I don't even know what to say. Thank you
if there's anything I can do, of course, like I always say, Proxy, feel free to let me know, okay? But thank you so much, Prox. You are truly amazing, and you're a big lifesaver. Thank you so much, Prox. You're awesome. I really, really appreciate that. Wow, that really caught me off guard. Once again, Prox, thank you so much. I can never say it enough. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Prox saying, hey, Andrew, NW16 family. What's up, Prox? Hope you're doing good. Oh, Proxy, I forgot. The other day I saw, so when we were not streaming, I did see that you bought some merch, Proxy. I did see that. I want to say thank you. I never really got a chance to tell you thanks because I saw that, you purchased some merchandise after we were live. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you for that as well, Proxy, and hope that you enjoy what you got. But once again, thank you so much, Prox, seriously, for your much loved support and very, very generous support. Thank you so much. You have made a huge impact on my life positively, and I can never return you the favor. So I just wanted to go ahead and say I'm deeply appreciated, or I deeply appreciate it, and it means the world to me. So thank you so much. I just gotta really let you know how I feel about it. So seriously, thank you for your help. All right, moving on here. But once again, Prox, thank you so much. And once again, if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. So, but yeah, so that one tropical system that we were keeping an eye out there, that subtropical system, we'll keep an eye on it. I think that's going to be the most impactful one out of the bunch. The other ones are, likely just going to die out from, either wind shear or dry air. Really kind of seems to be, killing those storms there. So, but the one up here, the one to impact Nova Scotia here. Once again, this is going to be impacting for like the 7th into the 8th. Okay, so if you live out there towards the region, just be weather aware. Okay, keep an eye out there for it, and like I said, we'll definitely keep on tracking this for you guys. All right, now hopping back here to, let's see, we're gonna hop over to the SPC, like I mentioned, regarding severe weather side of things. Oh my gosh, Proxy, Category 4 hurricane supporter for 23 months, dude. Oh my goodness, Proxy, thank you so much for being a supporter, saying, hey everybody, or hi everybody, Andrew, always delighted to support your channel and hope to do so for many years to come. Thank you, Proxy. That is so sweet. Oh, are you serious right now? Dude, I'm about to lose it. Proxy just did 20 memberships on the channel. Holy cow, dude. No way. Proxy. Holy cow. Thank you so much. I am so blown away. Prox, thank you. Seriously, I sound like a broken record right now, but seriously, you have no idea how much that means to me and how much that helps me out. Thank you, Proxy. You are truly a lifesaver. Thank you for everything. Once again, Prox, please, if I can do anything for you, let me know. That is, wow, that is amazing. Thank you. Seriously. Dude, I'm just speechless, man. I am completely speechless. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words, Proxy. Thank you, seriously, so much for everything. Okay, so it's hard to move on, but moving on to Proxy. Once again, thank you, and once again, please let me know if I can do anything for you. But regarding any the weather in the future of the U.S., like I said, right now we mostly have zonal flow, mostly just west to east jet stream activity, mostly just west to east movement here. You can see though, as we approach our way into the 6th and the 7th, this is at the same time as Nova Scotia was getting impacted by that subtropical low. there will be a trough. There will be a dip in the jet stream. It could cool down those conditions quite a bit for some of those places out there. We were watching those temperatures could be getting down into the 40s along the Ohio Valley because of that storm system. Let's see if we can maybe get a little bit more of a better glimpse at that here to show you guys. Thermos, we'll do shaded temperatures here. This is Icon. But yeah, you can see as we approach our way like into the 8th and such, you can see that, you know, there's a lot of 40s, maybe even some in the 30s out there. Could potentially get a little chilly in some of those regions there. So we'll certainly be monitoring that. You know, that's not the only model that talks about it. You know, GFS2 showing maybe a little bit warmer, but still mid 40s, still pretty chilly for the morning of the 8th here, due to that cooler air mass and due to that air coming down from Canada. So there will be a bit of cooler air overall. Is it going to get pretty cold here in Michigan, I guess? Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you're at. Obviously, the coastlines, they get a little warmer due to the influence of the waters surrounding the coasts, because the water can hold more heat and tends to radiate that heat into the environment around it, keeping things a little bit warmer. Meanwhile, the interior portions of Michigan and the Ohio Valley in general, you know, get a little cooler because, you know, they're not really directly influenced by those waters overall. Let's see here. Proxy saying anything for Northeast Ohio. Of course, Prox, but regarding anything like, you know, big, like any severe weather or anything like that, as of now, no, I don't see anything big heading up for your area. Here, let's take a, actually, we're gonna pan this to the Mid-Atlantic. There we go. Yeah, so you can kind of see where you're at up here, Prox. So when it comes to like instability and stuff like that, so we have that dip in the jet stream, that trough there. According to Euro, there could be a little bit of instability on it. Maybe some thunderstorms kicking off for late Friday in the area. Maybe Friday. I don't think it would be anything significant though. You know, like lower level winds seem to be pretty marginalized, and our trough is mostly just north of that instability. So honestly, simply, I don't think we're going to have anything big heading into your area. GFS, the American model, has maybe a little bit of instability there for Friday, but some of it seems to be capped out, which would be a problem for those storms trying to form, which would kind of prevent them from forming. So honestly, no, I think you're good. I think you're good. But the only thing I want you to know is that the temperatures are going to, you know, drop a little bit here. Oh my gosh, no way, dude. Pilot, my man Pilot just donated $50 on Cash App saying, you deserve this. I'll always be here for you. Enjoy. Dude, thank you so much, man. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate that so much. Pilot, thank you, dude, for the 50. And that is very, very nice of you. Seriously, you did not have to do that, my friend. Thank you so much. That is like really nice of you, man. Thank you so much for your support and your help. And that is very sweet. And I'm going to do something for you guys too. You know, since you guys are really, really being super supportive and super nice, I'm going to go ahead and gift 5 memberships myself, just as a little thank you from me to you guys. I just want to say thanks. Seriously, I appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. And like I said, you guys seriously help keep me up and going. I don't know what I would do without you guys. So thank you so much. Proxy, as well as Pilot. You guys are amazing. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thanks, Andrew. No problem, man. No problem. Once again, Pilot, thank you, dude. That's very sweet of you. You rock, man. And if there's anything I can do for you too, let me know, okay? But thank you so much, man. That is very, very sweet of you. Let's see here. Proxy says NW16 rocks. Thanks, Prox. I appreciate it. Let's see. You're welcome, Raka. No problem. Let's see. Bad Mako says so much love on the stream. I know, right? Like you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Seriously, thank you for all your support, y'all. I mean, even if you're just hanging out and just chilling with us, you know, looking at the future weather, I deeply appreciate it, and I appreciate your I appreciate your company and everything like that. So thank you. Rain says thank you. You're welcome, man. No problem. You are very, very welcome. So anyway, so where I left off, like I was mentioning, that trough, like I mentioned, whenever it comes to it, we're going to be getting some cooler air coming down. So you're going to start to notice the fall temperatures there for the morning of Sunday. So coming up for Sunday morning there. So we'll definitely be watching that. Pilot says, I will always donate, not always big, but I've been here for every, and I ain't leaving. Oh, well, thank you, Pilot. Yeah, you're my first donator ever, man. You will always hold that crown as my first donator. So back, I think it was late 2021, Pilot, he was my first YouTube donator ever. And that was one of the, I don't know, I can't explain how happy I was that night, man. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, no way, dude. Christy just donated $50 as well on Cash App. Are you serious right now? Oh my. Christy, thank you so much, dude. That is so nice. I'm literally speechless right now, you guys. I don't even know what to say, dude. Other than thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. You guys do not have to do this. Christy, thank you so much for that. That is incredibly sweet of you. And super supportive. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for your support. Big, huge shout out goes to Christy, Pilot, and Proxy. Thank you guys. We love ya so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, I'm literally lost for words, man. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Proxy says Andrew really deserves all the support he gets. He does so much for us all. Thank you, Proxy. You do a lot for me too, and I can't ever thank you enough for all that you've done for me. So thank you, Prox. You are an angel. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Christy saying Proxy. Yeah, Proxy did start it on. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. And like I mentioned, if you guys have any questions for me, if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to let me know. Like I said, I'm here for you, and I want to help keep you guys weather aware. But like I mentioned, you know, in the U.S. right now, I don't see any big severe weather events coming up or anything like that. So, you know, big time severe weather events is pretty quiet right now. We're not expecting any of that activity. We do have some instability, as you can see with that trough that kind of digs this way down. You can see that the big dip in the jet stream here. There will be a little bit of instability on it. It could spark off maybe some thunder showers, maybe some storms, but I don't think we're going to get anything like severe or anything. I should say anything like big out of that event. So I'm not worried about it. And honestly, like I mentioned, you know, after that, it really doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of activity in general. The only thunderstorm activity we're probably going to see is, you know, maybe some thunderstorms up there continually going on up in the Rockies. It's kind of been the thing lately, guys, is we've been seeing quite a few storms up in the Rockies going on here. A little bit of severe weather too. And of course, Florida. I mean, it's Florida. Come on. Florida's in their own little world. We're in our own little world down here. Christy, I'm sure you can agree on that. We're kind of in our own little world down here in Florida because we got impacts from both the Atlantic and the Gulf. So we're constantly flooded with moisture and instability year round, or sorry, for this time of the year, I should say. Yeah, winter, it finally calms down, but anyways. But yeah, nothing big severe weather-wise. And like I mentioned, regarding severe weather, we have a little marginal risk today. Just a little bit of weather possible, a little bit of severe weather possible throughout, like, you know, Colorado, portions of Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, and Minnesota here. No tornadoes, thankfully. Just a little bit of a threat for some gusty winds out there. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. I'm sorry. There, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on that. Maybe that helps, hopefully. But a little bit of a threat here for like, some gusty winds ranging between maybe 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. But like I mentioned, most of the storms are over with. And right now there is currently no severe warnings. If we take a look at the radar here, let's zoom back out. Can you guys see the bottom screen okay? Can somebody let me know if you can see the bottom screen? I don't know if the chat's in the way. It is for me, but I don't know if you can still see it or whatnot. But right now, we have a little bit of storm activity out here. Nothing big, no severe activity right now. It's just, kind of just normal thunderstorms, just a freak storm here and there, normal summertime thunderstorms. But yeah, so, we're just getting a few booms here and there, nothing super crazy per se, but, let's see, I can see the map just fine. Cool, thank you so much, Proxy, I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, like I said, I want you guys to be able to see both monitors, okay? That way, we can use both of them here. Let's see. Florida's gonna snow. Oh, absolutely. It's already snowing. Man, it was pretty crazy. So I know this is a bit off topic, but earlier today, like I said, if you guys don't know, if you just tuned in here, I live in Central Florida, and we had a storm earlier. Temperature was 98 degrees where I'm at. It got up to 98. And we had a thunderstorm. And within 30 minutes, my weather station outside, within 30 minutes, the temperature dropped 20 degrees. It went from 98 to 78 degrees in 30 minutes, which that was pretty crazy. Anyways, but yeah, no, it was pretty wild. We had a pretty strong thunderstorm earlier today. Some good lightning strikes. But anyways, but yeah, so back over to SPC Outlook. Once again, a little bit of severe weather today, but most of it's, I think, mostly done. Now, tomorrow, guys, you better brace. We got a big event tomorrow. Got such a large marginal. Got such a large level 1 threat. Honestly, yeah, nothing really big tomorrow. Some thunderstorms possible in some of these areas here in the light green, representing the thunderstorm threat, where a couple thunderstorms are possible. We have a little marginal threat for severe weather up in New Mexico here, as you can see, towards the northeastern side. Little level 1 threat. No tornadoes, thankfully. The only concern is just gusty winds. Some of those storms could contain some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles an hour, being possible. So just keep an eye out there for that. Low probability. This does include areas like Santa Fe, New Mexico, Las Vegas, not Nevada, but Las Vegas, New Mexico. Let's see, New Mexico, Espanola, New Mexico, and is it Taos? I'm not too sure how you say that one. But that's one of the areas of the larger population centers in that risk area. Pretty small area, like I mentioned. I mean, we're literally only covering 14,000 square miles, which, sounds like a lot, which, I mean, in reality, it's a good little chunk of land, but, compared to the U.S., this is not really a lot. And honestly, there's really not many people impacted. Like I said, 244,000 people in general in that risk area. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot of people. So it's a lot of people, but for a risk like this. Anyways, all right, then moving our way over here into Friday. As of now, Friday we're looking good. We don't got anything severe expected. We do got some generalized thunderstorm activity. So for Friday, we do got a little chance for some thunderstorms out across the region, Ohio Valley, portion of the Midwest, the Southeast, some of the Rockies, some of the West here. Could see maybe a little bit of storms. And then, of course, like I mentioned, in the long range here, we really don't have anything going on. Predictability and probability is too low to really have anything really happen. So, honestly, we are looking pretty good. So there's really not a whole lot going on in severe weather land. So I'm happy to say that. And then lastly, we'll do one more little update here on the tropics, and then I'm gonna call it a night, guys. It's getting a little late. But yeah, one little last update here. See, Bad Mako says, okay, guys. 3:30 a.m. comes early. I'm off for the evening. Y'all take care and be safe, guys. See you later, Bad Mako. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, we got 4 areas. It seems like a lot of activity, but these guys, like Christy said, they're milk duds. They're probably not going to do anything big. We have this guy over here, the Antilles. This one's a 10% chance of developing. This guy is likely getting ready to die out. Not really expecting much. I think I still have the water vapors. I do. scan up here. Let me pull this up for you guys. So yeah, you can kind of see with that one system here, there's a bit of dry air and a bit of wind shears running into. That's kind of, you know, what we're looking out there for. That storm's not going to do much. We have all that disorganized thunderstorm activity there in the Caribbean. While, you know, conditions are conducive for like slow development, once we get into the Gulf, we're not expecting much out of it. The only storm that I really want to keep an eye out there for is this little area that's going to be working its way up there towards Nova Scotia over the next couple of days. You know, could bring some heavy winds for the coastlines, and you know, Sable Island could bring a bit of precipitation for Nova Scotia. You know, that's kind of the one storm I want to keep an eye out there for, which is this guy. But like I mentioned, this is not even a tropical system. This is a non-tropical low. While they do have similar impacts, they're not the same. They're completely different. They form differently. They work differently. In which, like I said, just a different system. It's not tropical. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, and just a bit of a heads up out there. So yeah, and the one in the Gulf here, that's going to head into the Gulf here. This one, is that an ant? There's an ant on my screen. There was an ant on my screen. Okay. I don't know where he came from. Better not be more where you were at. Anyways, I hate those things, dude. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So the Gulf here, 30% chance of development here. The one up here, 20% chance. The one for the Mid-Atlantic. And then the one that's going to die up, 10% chance. And, of course, we have that other one in the MDR. We call this the main development region, which is kind of where tropical waves go off of Africa. Southwest of Cabo Verde, 20% chance. So, yeah, these guys ain't really likely to form, ain't really likely to do much over the next little bit. So we should be good. Yeah, not a whole lot of activity, thankfully. So, oh yeah, and then one last thing before I roll off here. Once again, I do want to talk about this one more time. My folks up in the South, okay, my folks in the South U.S., specifically like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Heads up for you folks, because we're gonna get a lot of rain out there. We are seeing a ton of rain, as you can see, rolling its way over the next couple of days. You know, we are talking well over 6 inches of rain in some spots. I would not be surprised if we even had some isolated amounts up to 12 inches in areas. So heads up towards, like, you know, southern Louisiana, you know, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, you know, portions of the Panhandle, Florida too. This area in general really needs to watch out for flooding, as we're going to be having a ton of precipitation over the next several days. That is going to be bringing a big problem for flooding down there. As you can see, you know, according to HRRR, there, pretty strong low develops. This model really wants it to go tropical, but once again, HRRR is not really the best model for looking at the tropics. Let's be honest. The main models don't really show anything of this here, but regardless of what it does, it's still going to have a lot of rain, and it's still going to produce a lot of rain for these areas. So keep that in mind. And so we're just going to continue to see a bunch of rain over the next several days out there. And we're going to be really ponding a lot of water. So if you're in a flood-prone area, I know like New Orleans, you guys are really, really bad with flooding. Just a bit of a heads up, you know, New Orleans area could seriously be dealing with a bit of flooding out there. A bit of heavy flooding could be an issue. You know, Mobile, Alabama, you know, out there, Gulfport, Mississippi, some of those regions could really experience some heavy flooding. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and roll off here now. I just want to go ahead and do that one more little update there for you guys. But once again, everybody, thank you all for joining, and a huge shout out goes to Christy, as well as Pilot and Proxy. You guys are true legends. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Once again, for your support. Proxy, seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done with the memberships, the donation, your personal membership, everything like that. Christy, thank you for the Cash App donation. Same thing as you. Pilot, thank you so much, dude. You guys are awesome. I deeply appreciate it. Proxy says, I'll give a heads up to my New Orleans fam. Thanks, Andrew. Oh, yep, no problem. Yeah, let them know that there's going to be quite a bit of rain. As you can see, there's going to be quite a bit of rainfall for you guys over the next couple of days. We'll do another update tomorrow to give you guys some more updates on it. But there's no coverage needed anytime soon, really. We're just going to be kind of rolling these weather update live streams on our YouTube Shorts here for the next couple of days. And if there's something that needs coverage, then we're going to hop on back on our main main platform. So, but alrighty, guys. Once again, I appreciate you for joining. If you haven't already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. You guys have a fantastic rest of your nights. You all take care. What's up, Jay? Kind of joined at the wrong time, man, but hope you're doing good. But yeah, we're heading off here, guys. But once again, thank you for joining. Proxy, see you later. Have a great night. Thank you once again for your support. Much love. Same thing for you, Christy. Pilot, thank you guys. Everybody else, of course, as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. Once again, thanks for joining, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later, guys. Catch you tomorrow.